All right, all right. So I am gonna play some Minecraft today. I have not been on the world for a little bit, so it's gonna feel like a learning curve again, but I think it'll be okay. Oop, wrong spot. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to hop back into it. So let's go ahead. Let me switch you guys over. There it is. All right. So yeah. So we are kind of just building up resources, and there I am. Just building up resources and all that good stuff. So we are going to go on a little adventure because if I believe I remember correctly, we went through that little desert temple, which is so weirdly generated, by the way. I feel like this temple, like this whole little mini desert, is hilarious. Um, but we're right next to a mesa, and actually, I want to make a really awful looking pillar, so this is easy to see from a distance, so I don't have to keep looking at my coordinates. There is a little area, if I remember correctly, that I think will be good for a base area. It's close to a few different biomes. Yeah. Um, and we can definitely get a good start there. Let's see. So we could go that way. There's a little forest area. There's some mushrooms kind of growing over in that direction. Huge mesa. Um, and it kind of looks like it wraps all the way over too. Can I make my rendering distance any further? Let's go with 25 chunks. Can I see more? Ah, yeah, look at that. That goes all the way over there. Look at that world generation. Just popping along. Yeah, so we are going to go kind of in that direction, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go over in that direction a little bit. And that's where yeah, it is a great view. Totorojimo. 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 Your name is really fun to say. Totorojimo. Like my neighbor Totoro. The Totorojimo. But yeah, we're gonna go in that direction. And in doing so, we are going to kind of decimate the area a little because I have big plans. In my last stream, I talked a little bit about maybe working with shapes. And when I first started playing Minecraft, I was obsessed with making spheres. And I kind of want to do stuff like that. Just big geometric shapes, spheres, different rectangular or square prisms, and work with big geometric shapes. Just kind of looks like they're out of place just sitting in the world. It's always scary when you're really close to land. And in doing so, I want to fill them with like the farms and all that stuff. And I think that would be really fun. Let's take a little bit of cobble. Let's take some extra wood. Let's take our trees. Even though we're going to be chopping down a lot of trees, our seeds, definitely. We are definitely going to start our little journey over there making some stuff. So we're going to take our supplies that get us started. We'll take the bones for bone meal. We'll take these in case I want to name a friend. And then we'll take our extra iron. And we're going to leave the rest of this here. I did find an enchanted book earlier. yeah, we're going to leave all that. I do want to get to the nether soon. Actually, we are going to take our bed. Or make a bed. Do I have another bed? We're just going to make a bed when we get there. I do want to get to the nether soon because I want to start building towards netherite. But this is only our second stream. And I'm not really worried about being a power player. That's, you know, I'm not really like that. Like, I'm not a power player that has to get, you know, a full diamond set in his first, you know, hour or two playing. I like to build. I like to explore. I like to do lots of stuff like that. So we can definitely get started with that stuff. Let's go ahead and grab some of these. So we can always get a good cactus farm going. Those are easy to get started. Easy XP to get from furnaces. And if you ever need anything green, we'll take a little bit of sand. Not a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot. Squiddy was in my way. And bye, Moo. Where'd you go? Oh, I killed you already. Don't want to mess with the beehive. I don't have silk touch, and I don't want to have to chop down bees yet. Piggy, 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 piggy. Piggy. There we go. More pork for the cause. Pork for the cause. Pork for the cause. Sounds it's a weird chant, but it works. I like swamps, but man, this is annoying. The water without depth strider, the vines, just a little aggravating sometimes. We're almost there. Almost there. And through the smallish tree line of dark oak. Dark oak is my favorite wood. It is chocolate wood. But it is my least favorite tree to chop. Well, jungle trees are annoying. Dark oak are fairly annoying. Acacia trees are the real menace, though. Like, for real. Ah, there's the village. So we are going to take over this village. There are so many animals. Ah, yes. So we are going to take over this village. And yeah, we are going to... I'm going to steal this little house. It will be mine. Excuse you? I was using that. How dare he take my bed? I was using it. I will sleep outside. You can have it when I'm done. And now I'm going to put it back where it belongs because I am not an animal. I am just a human animal. All right. So this was the village that we kind of ransacked earlier. Hey, it's a little bee. He's so little. He's so cute. He's so little. He's so cute. We kind of ransacked earlier. I hear zombies. And we took everything from the smithing area, if I believe correctly. Yes, we did. From the blacksmith, because I believe this one had 2 blacksmiths. Yes, 2 blacksmiths. So we took that. And we are going to take this for the horsies so we can train up some horses. Grab an egg. Because eventually make our little chicken farms and stuff too. So we're not going to destroy this village outright. We're actually going to build right over, I think, here. If it's in where I think it is. Jumping would be a good skill to master. Yeah, we're gonna right there. That little spot right there. I've got for some reason I've got a thing that I'm doing with just building on top of these little little things. With these little pieces, these little islands. But yeah. Okay. So chopping down the trees. That's where we got our brewing stand. Chopping down trees, we need to build a temporary base. Another temporary base, I guess, since we already tore down we already started ransacking our other temporary base to move over here. But I think this will work out pretty well. We're pretty close to a lot of different biomes, especially the mesa biome. Using terracotta for a lot of the colors right now before we have access to concrete, I think will be very, very helpful in making some creative builds. And yeah, little desert areas, lots and lots of trees around, lots of wooded areas. So making chests, hoppers, you know, and I can start iron golem farming for that. So we should be pretty good. Having villagers nearby is definitely going to aid in our benefit. The only downside is that that's going to be a good target for pillager raids, but I think we can do it. We can at least fortify the town to withstand a pillager raid and maybe intercept some of them and kind of farm pillagers that way a little bit until we find a pillager outpost. Then we can make a proper pillager farm. But that will have to wait. And I need to make another axe. So let's go ahead and hop down. We've got a lot of blocks right now, and let's set up a little structure. Let's make it out of the chocolate. Chocolate wood. I love it. My chocolate wood. It's another weird sentence to say. I hate it. There we go. Kind of a area there. And let's put down a crafting table. How did you get there? There we go. And let's make ourselves an axe. Let's just do that. That'll make things a lot easier. All right. And then we will finish making our little structure after we chop down this tree, because those trees won't matter as much in chopping down stuff. But we are going to gather a lot of saplings from chopping down trees, and I want to, make some manual tree farms at first, and then once we've kind of dug into the redstone tree a little bit, then we'll make some more automatic things. There's a few different farms that we could try. I don't know if I want to go full automatic. I don't know if I want to do TNT duping or things like that yet. I haven't made up my mind on what I want to do. So we'll kind of work with what we have, I guess. It really just kind of depends on what kind of play I want to have. If I want to build towards that kind of stuff. Honestly, I haven't made up my mind on it yet. So we'll kind of figure it out as we get to it. I'm not super worried about building some end game type farms yet, just because we are so early in the game. But I do worry a little bit about food, just because we don't have a proper food source yet. All right. Let's finish this little area off. 2, 3. This will not be enough wood, but let's finish this one off. Ah! If it seems like I'm moving fast, I want to get more done during this stream. We did more exploring last stream, which is fine. Nothing wrong with exploring, but I feel like we didn't get a lot accomplished. So let's get more accomplished. More, just more things to tick off the list. That way I can say, okay, got this done. Okay, got this done. I want to make sure I get all this stuff done. All right, let's make the top spawn proof without having to torch spam everything. You know what? I really, really wish there was a consistent drop rate. I know this is kind of off topic. A consistent drop rate for saplings on how much a tree will produce. Like, I don't mind it being a different number for each type of tree. I think that would be like an okay mechanic to have. But like a consistent number, or a range of numbers, I guess, would be probably more acceptable. Because sometimes it feels like when you chop down a tree and you get no saplings, you're just like, well, that tree was completely, pointless in terms of its own evolution and spreading its own seed, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there should at least be one sapling, at least every time, to make up for the tree, to be, because the tree was there, there shouldn't ever be no saplings. But my opinion may not be worth anything. Let's see. Difficulty normal. Still good. Okay. Once we start getting set up, we can go to hard. We can bump it up a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. So, all right. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, let's pull. Okay, let's. I don't have an anvil and I don't have enough iron for that. Let's lock some of these villagers up so they are protected from villagers and zombies and stuff. Let's do that. Let's make sure that the villagers will be safe. I think that is a good plan. Now, how do we get... We could probably just wait until nighttime and then just place a block in front. Would that work? I mean, we're about ready to find out. Did someone go in there? Okay, so someone's in there. Okay. Okay. And someone's in there. Aha. So if we put, a... Okay. There's a bunch in there. There's one in there. So if we lock all these guys up, and then sleep, we should be good, right? So they're only going to go on the ones that have beds. Okay. That one doesn't have a villager in it, so we can always go back to it. Where are the zombie sound coming from? All right, let's go sleep. And then we can kind of test our little experiment here and see if they are trapped. Because if they're trapped, I'll just do that. I'll just come over each night, cycle, and oh, Skelly. Oh, there's 2 of you in there. Okay. There we go. Got some bones and skeletons. I hear stuff. There's got to be something underneath of us. So, okay. So we've got a few of the villagers trapped. That's good. We can also kind of track and see tension keeps getting pulled. Oh, thinking about too many things at once. So we should be okay with the villagers there. Okay, nothing should hurt them in there. I'm not even worried about pillagers at that point, but I do want to block off doors because I don't want pillagers to hide. Pillagers can't do anything to the structures though, right? They shouldn't. Hopefully they don't. Like, okay, so you are good. Oh, I'm gonna put something there. Something there. There we go. So even if, like, there's a super low chance of a pillager being able to shoot them, even if they do get out of there. Is anyone in here? What is this? What kind of house is this? I'm gonna take this stuff. It's got a barrel. It's got a little watering area. A little barrel here. It's got a dead chicken. That is the fastest chicken I have ever seen. The fastest dead chicken I have ever seen. I like that. That's a little fishing hut. A little farmer area. But I'm going to take these barrels, though. Free storage. I mean, it's like a chest, but still. They should have made it, like, with the barrel, like, some weird, like, make it more, like, one row on the side more storage. That way, there's, like, an incentive, because it takes a different wood value. Or does it take the same wood value? Because it doesn't it use slabs? I don't remember. But just because it's different, like, well, I guess it is a different texture. So I guess there's that logic. You could craft something up different, have a different texture, but still the same storage. But then they should do that for double chests. See, now double chests aren't getting any love. All right. Now I feel like my area is getting bombarded with junk. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do beetroot. Do you? I need to find some bamboo. Oh, we need to make a hoe. Make a hoe. Let's just make a diamond, or not a diamond, a diamond hoe. Let's make a stone hoe. And we will. So I can put you along here on this side. And then, did I bring dirt? Did I bring dirt with me? Don't tell me I didn't bring dirt with me. I have no dirt. Okay, we need dirt. Let's go dig dirt. Dig dirt good. Got 3 viewers today. Not bad. I've been watching other streams recently and then playing on some of their community servers that they have for like Patreon servers and stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been really digging that. I love community play. I love just being able to chat with people while playing. And a lot of times they're not even, like, the people that are on that Discord chat aren't even playing Minecraft. They're playing something else, but we just sit and chat with each other. We'll listen to music. It's really fun. Love community play. But even if they don't do voice or anything, if they're just playing on the server, it's nice to, you know, ask a question, ask someone to sleep, you know, do that kind of stuff. You know, the whole community approach to Minecraft I really like. I like being able to play with other people and that. Boom, boom. All right. Where's sun? Where's sun? Where's sun? Sun's not up in the air. Okay. We are going to use this right here. And we are going to make a nice row of crops. And another nice row of crops. So this is going to be wheat and then beetroot. I need to put you there. And we only got 6 so far. That's good. And then let's hoe the other side. All right. Gonna push for that over there, and we need a good spot for the pumpkins. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then let's do 8. And once we get a good amount of all of these, because we have villagers, we can automate these 2. And then once we get more invested down the redstone tree, we can automate this and find some melons and all that good stuff. So let's see. You are... Okay. So, bam, bam, bam. And apple goes in there. And let's set up these barrels. Some side storage. Let's put food in one. Let's put a food barrel. Food. Food. Boom, 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 boom. Let's cook the pork chop. Cook the pork chop. All right, let's go. Let's go back over here to the village. Actually, I want to take some of the hay bales. That's what it is. Convert it back to wheat. Bam. And let's go see if we can bribe some animal. Or, ooh, we gotta breed some of those cows. That's what we gotta do. And after that, we're gonna take a short little break so I can drink some Sprite. Check out all the stuff and the things. Let's breed these cows together. There we go. There's a pig in there. We need another pig in there. I like you. Are you gonna eat all my wheat? Like, legit, eat all my wheat? Can I ride you? I can ride you! Yay! You're my... Well, you're a part of my friends. I'm gonna kill this cow. Are saddles craftable? I wonder. No. That would be nice. Okay, so we can see if there's any more villagers running around. It's getting dark. Is this just wheat and beetroot? What are you? Ooh, potatoes, potatoes, and carrots. Ooh, we can get that. We can get the pig over. That'll be good. Sorry to raid your guys' stuff, but like your data, I'm like a person. Say like a person, like I'm not a person. All right. Let's sleep. Get rid of the night. Let's lead a piggy to a mate using carrot bait. Didn't mean to rhyme. Piggy, 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 piggy. Piggy, 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 piggy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see it. You see it. You see it. Oh, come here. Come here. Yeah. I breed you together, though. You find love. 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 Let's get some more wheat. Because I saw some sheeps. Boom. Ooh, but we need... Let's make some... A stuff. Okay, so we made a stuff. And it was probably too much of stuff. But that's okay. There we go. That will work perfectly. And then we put a little door or a little gate. And there we go. All right, let's get the sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep. Sheepy, 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 sheepy. There we go. Come in here. All right, go away. There we go. All right, gotta get the other sheep. Slightly more gray sheep, come here. Slightly more gray sheep. There it is. You love me. You love me. You want to follow me. You love me and follow. You love me. Love me. Love, 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 love. Aha! Read you as I escaped. Little piggy. Oh, it hasn't been one full day-night cycle. Alright. Is there any other croppage that I needed? Alright. So let's go start potatoes and carrots. That'll be nice. Pumpkins are starting. Good, 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 good. You can fill up the rest of this wheat. That'll be nice. We need dirt. Dirt. We need the dirt. No, you go in this barrel. You come to me. Let's do that. And do that. Mix more sticks. You go there. Dirt. That's what I came here for. Dirt is what I came here for. Okay. Yeah, let's just do the same size, okay? Is that okay? I think it's okay. And now we start the hoeing. The almighty hoeing. The carrots. And then the potatoes. Okay. No, no, sir. There we go. Okay, I don't like the fact that I keep bouncing, so I am going to lay down some cobblestone there as a nice little walkway, because this makes me nervous, and it makes me feel like I'm going to trample it. And I don't want to trample anything. Let's put one at the other end, too. That'll make me feel a little bit better. There we go. Goodness, we are good. Got some basic farms going. Gonna have some renewable food soon. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It may be because I'm excited. All right, so let's take a little break so I can take a drink. Check some stuff. Some things and stuff. But yeah. All right. Let's throw some chicken on there. Maybe get a little bit of that after. Oh, we might be able to get both chickens. Both chickens? What should be, because it's 8, right? Let's put that on there, too. Boom. Boom. We don't need you yet, so let's save it. Will that be enough? Perhaps. Maybe. Possibly. If you guys haven't already, and you are liking what you see or are enjoying my company, I would greatly appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that little heart, that little follow button. Yeah, all that good stuff. But if you don't, that's okay. I'm not going to yell at you. I will not be mad. I will just be very disappointed. And isn't that like gonna hurt worse? No, but really, if you want to, you can. If you don't have to. No pressure from me. Besides the just gentle reminders of, if you like what you see, please follow. If not, I understand. We can't follow everybody. But what if we could? What if we had unlimited time? Unlimited time to like make things or interact with things. Unlimited time to get ready for this. Unlimited time to learn. Pretty lame. Your families look amazing. I've never watched a baby sheep eat grass before. That was disturbing. Oh my gosh. That was just that was crazy. So they eat grass, but they why is there fire? Why is there fire? No. No. Game rule. Do fire tick. False? No. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to set you to false because I don't want fire to spread. It's cheaty, I know. But I would very much not like to have worlds burned down because of random lightning strikes. Oh, it was the lava. The lava. The lava did it. The lava. Lava. Oh, it's getting so dark. Unadulterated slaughter of cows. Oh, that's a pillager. Oh, that's pillager. I'm gonna go in the daytime to do some scouting of these pillagers. I did not think I was gonna see pillagers this early in the game. Makes me nervous. And that's a big area to cover. Okay, okay, let's... Ooh, I've got an idea. Okay, so... We are not going to fight them. We are going to boat them. Because the big guy, the big bull-looking thing, whatever he is, whatever his name is, he doesn't come in the first wave at all. It's usually just like a couple of the crossbow guys, maybe one of the other non-crossbow guys, and then there's a guy with a banner. If I kill the guy with the banner, then another raid wave will spawn, and we'll have to do like 4 or 5 waves of this nonsense. But if I boat them, they will naturally despawn. But if I name him, I wonder. Hello, Mr. Pillager. Where did you go? Did you go in a house? Because if you went in a house, you made this job easy for me. Well, there's only so many houses that I left the doors open to. Why are my sheep screaming? Whoa! That pig jumped really high. Oh, he's full grown. He's full grown. They grow up so much faster than the cows or the pigs. I wonder if there's a pillager outpost nearby. Maybe that's why. There is a path over here. Why is there a path over here? That's a really dense forest. I don't want to even try to get through right now. Pillager. Oh, sweet pillager, pillager. There's a lot of path blocks up here. This village generated weird. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. My villager sound. Hmm. Hmm. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat. Come on, shh, shh. I don't have anything. There's a cat. I'm gonna kill this chicken. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat. Boom. All right. There's another kitty. That's a Garfield kitty. Oh no! What happened? Garfield kitty. Non-Garfield kitty. Is that a jelly? Was that a jelly? Are you a jelly? He's a jelly. Oh, there he. I'm gonna go name him. I'm gonna name him. I don't want you going anywhere. You can kill that iron golem. I don't care. Oh, we caught a pillager. Oh, I don't have an anvil though. Oh, okay, okay. Now they do run out of. That's amazing. They do run out of arrows though. Fun fact. Ow. Ow. Wait, what is your aim? Is your aim based off center or based off a direction? Oh, you shot behind you? That's not fair. Oh, your right side is your bad side. Okay. But you you're gonna run out of arrows soon. Find a good spot. There we go. There we go. Ah, he got me. Okay. Can you see me? Oh. Ah, you got me again. Okay. I don't see any more pillagers. Are you out of arrows yet, sir? Wow. Look at that. You can see it kind of trying to come through that pixel right there. That was so close. Ah! Can I just peek my face? Just my face. Just my face. Ah! Okay. I'm just gonna walk around you. You'll miss me every once in a while. You may hit me. I don't really care. Sir. That was so mean. Haha, I rang the bell. What does that do? Oh, it makes you silhouetted. So it made you glow for a minute. It made you glow for a second. Does it do it again? It does. Oh, that's cool. Me getting fascinated by things that are probably old by now. That actually made me a little giddy. Not a lot giddy, just a little. Well, Iron Golem, you are worth 3 iron ingots. That's what that game has said. It's not my fault. You were only worth this much. I mean, if it were me, you'd have been worth your entire blocks of iron. Because I would have made you again. You would have been Iron Golem 2.0. Hello? Hello? Can you shoot? Oh, you've got a lot of arrows, sir. All right. Enough messing around with him. We need to start gathering more resources. We need to go back to our other place, which isn't a long walk by, any stretch of the imagination. Let's put a boat here. That'll be fun. And it's just a little jaunt in a boat. We need to check on our crops. I see things growing. You are my favorite pumpkin already. Can I bone meal you? Can I bone meal you to go faster? Ooh, we got lots of bone meal. So I want to bone there. Oh, you don't like it, but will you? Let's get them up to that growth stage where they can pop a pumpkin. I know that's a weird sentence to say, but I want them to pop a pumpkin. That's going to be good for now. That will be good for now, I suppose. Boom, 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 boom. I do need these there. And then we'll put uncooked. The unsullied. All right. Moon. Sun's getting low. Let's grab a few more of these before I distract myself into oblivion here. I feel like I need a better. Okay, we have enough here that now we can make like a nice couple straight lines of stuff, which will be much easier to harvest. He said hesitantly. I need 2 shovels. And I shall receive 2 shovels. Sorry if that was too loud, but I got excited for my shovels. Okay. Let's just rip this out right here. And of course, first dig, had to bust a shovel. Bust a shovel. Let's just dig this out. And we can use sand or dirt. It does not matter. It does not affect the rates. Mumbo proved it. Mumbo, wumbo. Bango, bungo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do another line. Huh? And then after we plant, you are very much in the way. Yes, move. We're going to plant the cane of sugar. That was strange. And then we're gonna sleep. And then we are going to get out of town because we need to go back and get the rest of our stuff. We have been streaming for 1 hour. The 1 hour mark. Let's take a drink of our strawberry Sprite. I'm thinking 2 hours, maybe, possibly, if I don't drive myself crazy with Minecraft. The thing is, though, is that I might just play more Minecraft after. It's I'll be done playing Minecraft and then I'll just go play Minecraft. All right. That's probably good for right now. And let's get out of here. Yeah. Let's jump. Jump and swim. Jump and swim. Let's check on... Let's call him Norbert. Let's check on Norbert. Norbert's still there. Still angry with us for some reason. I mean, if I get enough iron for an anvil, if I find an anvil, I'm gonna get a name tag, and he'll be Norbert, and he's gonna keep his banner, and that's just gonna be him. That's just what's gonna happen. He's just gonna be Norbert. You are a beautiful horse. Look at that texture. Look at that texture. Why is my sword action thingy up? I don't want to sword him. Jamming out to this Minecraft music. Do, 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 do. So I was telling my some people on a server that I play on that I wish that the music was constant, that there wasn't any lulls of silence between. That way you could just jam out to the music. Like, especially since they added new music and the Nether, I just want to listen to it over and over again. Like, give me that, like, set up the scene here. That, and it helps that I haven't established a streaming music yet that I would like to do. I would like to actually make my own music and put it for my streaming music. I have the ability. I have the knowledge. Went to school for music education, so I feel competent that I can make some enjoyable, relaxing music to listen to during a stream. But I used to be really, really big into composition in college. I would just write all the time. Now it's hard to find that drive to do it. But I do have a couple of things that I use for like YouTube videos and stuff. But it's usually just stuff that I make and then loop over and over again. So it's like a small, like 30-second thing. And then I loop it like 17 times. And put that as music behind what I'm doing in the Minecraft video. Or whatever video I'm doing. So I want something a little bit more fleshed out than that. Maybe I'll do a stream on making some music, but so I'm playing this on my PC. I built a PC back in January. First time ever building one, and it works. So I think it was a success. And then I have a MacBook that I use for you know, on the go and music production. That's what I usually make music on. I like to use GarageBand. As like basic as it is, it still works really, really well. Like, it is not a bad software to use in the slightest. There's nothing bad about GarageBand. Is it limited? Yeah, very much so. But it's still a great system to use. I want to get more into music production. I think that's a cool skill to acquire. I think that's it for what I want to grab right now. Eventually I'm going to steal that iron door too. What is it? Spider. But I do want to make my own music. Maybe I'll do that on a stream. I have to rework some things. Of course, my MacBook Pro isn't going to be as powerful as my PC, so the stream quality may be different. I may have to set up a different bit rate, whatever. I don't even know. And then the cameras on MacBooks, they're good. They're better than a lot of laptops, but again, most laptops, including MacBooks, this is including MacBooks, don't focus so much on their webcam anymore. It's mostly limited to 720p, which is fine. You don't really need to see my face too much on a lot of my streams. I like to do a face cam just because I feel like that's the kind of streamer I want to be. When I make videos, if I make a Minecraft video, you don't see my face. And if I make like a in real life video, like an unboxing or a game review video or talking about retro games, you'll see me in my little gaming space. So seeing my face isn't a big deal to me. But it is kind of the way I would like to stream. I think for me, that's the kind of streamer I wanna be. But anyway, so on the MacBook, I might have to move my webcam over to that, and kind of shuffle around my setup a little bit, which won't be bad. It will just be different, and um, it'll just be something I have to get used to. Definitely the first stream doing that, if I do happen to go down that road, would be very different. Um, but I have a MIDI controller, little mini keyboard, a MIDI mini keyboard that I bought. It wasn't super expensive, and it works with GarageBand, but it has its own built-in stuff. But it's got some drum pads on it that I can attach sounds to. I haven't explored it all that much, just because, again, I haven't been in the music composition mood. But I definitely, oh gosh, went over that hill a little too fast. I definitely would like to get more into it because I want to make some music, especially like some good lo-fi, something nice and chill. Nothing that's going to take your attention too far away from focusing on on reading or playing a game or watching someone play or whatever. Something that is just sets the mood. I like to think of it like some of the lo-fi hip hop that you hear behind a lot of streamers. To me, I feel like that's modern day elevator music, which in the most complimentary way I can think of. Like, elevator music has never been bad, quote unquote. It's just gotten so commonplace, really, that you think of it as bad because it's you people hear it and they're like, oh, here's that really relaxing, boring music again. I'm like, but if it's relaxing, is it boring? So I don't know. It's definitely different. I'm going to move this one. Actually, I want to make you accessible like this, so I can be in or out. There we go. And so I want something like that, something that doesn't distract the listener. Like, I don't want crazy solos. There's going to be no vocals, so there's no lyrics that will pull your attention. Maybe something akin to the lo-fi hip hop stuff. That's definitely in my wheelhouse of ability. It's just getting it to be my comfortability. Is especially doing it in front of people. I've never composed in front of people, so that would definitely be. Are you for real? I can only go back and forth once. Before it gets dark. But I've never done that in front of people. I think it would be interesting to do that on a stream, and I'm definitely up for it. But it would definitely be different. I've only seen a couple of people, like professionals, do that before. Oh, Totoro Jamo. Yeah, lo-fi is so good. When I'm working, um, I've been working from home a lot, and when I've been at the office and stuff, I'll put in headphones and just listen. Even when I'm here at home, I will just put on the music and just listen to some good lo-fi hip hop and just totally just cruise on through my day. Like, get everything done I need to get done. It's it's relaxing, it's calming, but it still like has a groove that you just, I don't know. There's something there is something almost uh hypnotic about it. Yeah. There's something almost hypnotic about it, that it's not hypnotic in a way that it, dulls you, or hypnotic in a way that challenges your focus, but it's hypnotic in a way that does not interfere with your thinking. Um, it's relaxing enough. Yeah, it's relaxing enough to where it kind of it puts you in the mood to think. Almost it makes you like, yes, support your focus. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. It supports your focus. It has just enough complexity. Yes. Has just enough complexity to get your brain turning, but it doesn't ever pull you out of your own mind. It'd be great, like, if you were like a philosopher, like meta thinking, which means thinking about your thinking. Which I do all the time. You like when you get up in your own head and you start like unraveling your own um unraveling your own psyche. Like that's when I start spiraling. That's when my anxiety starts shooting through the roof. Oddly enough. But the lo-fi hip hop definitely does help with, like, if you want to just sit and chew on an idea for an hour, put on lo-fi hip hop. Like, you will have so much focus on that singular idea that you could just groove on that idea for an hour. um yeah, it is great for Minecraft. Yeah, I see, and that's kind of the stuff I want to have. um and I like that stuff a lot. I kind of get down to a lot of different genres. I like a little bit of everything. um but my background is band, is instrumental music. um and yeah, and what's funny is, like, as you mature, I feel like as people get older, they like more and more different genres, especially like when I say my generation, I'm technically a millennial. I fall into that. um I would say late millennials, Gen Zers, um and even some of the uh is it Gen Y or whatever is after Gen Z. um Whatever those generations, so pretty much millennials and younger, have a very, very, in my opinion, a much more eclectic taste in music. And I know that doesn't, that theory doesn't hold water with everybody, because not everybody's going to be the same. But if I feel like that is the kind of the demo of people who have a very nice wide range of musical taste. Same, you just have to find the right artist. Yeah, I would agree with that. To an extent, there's definitely a lot of artists that will pull you in to a genre, more so than others. That will get you interested in a genre so much that you then start listening to others. Um, I definitely think that is true. But I really think it's kind of the way we look at music now. Um, like, I was talking with some people about, like, my dad listens to pretty much the same music that came out when he graduated high school, which psychologically kind of lines up. When we're in middle school, like around 14, 15 years old, like 13, 14 years old, um, we pretty much lock in our interests, and that may be becoming outdated psychology, like human psychology, because of the way we're exposed to music now, and the way music isn't, like, genres don't have hard set walls anymore. um, Things can be R&B and be pop, things can be punk and pop, things can be country and somehow rap, or hip hop. It's There's a lot of genre blending and different new genres being created with different artists. because they're experimenting with sounds. Um, and so it's really interesting how that kind of works. But like my dad and that generation don't listen to a lot of new music, and if they do, it's like the exact same sound of music that they listened to when they were in high school. It's the same stuff that they listen to anyway. So like for instance, my dad is a classic rock guy, likes listening to like ACDC, Van Halen, um, Metallica. But the newer stuff that he listens to is like Godsmack when they were still, making newer music. Disturbed when they were still making newer music. Those kind of bands, which have a similar sound quality to some of those older artists, and it's very interesting how now, like, I will listen to, especially when my kids are in the car, I will listen to like just general hip hop or whatever in the car. But like my kids will ask for Disney music, and I'm like, all right, let's jam. And some of that comes from being a parent, but some of it's just like I am not embarrassed at all to jam out to Let It Go or For the First Time in Forever or to A Whole New World. I am not embarrassed by that in the slightest. That I will jam out to Disney. I will do any of that. But they also like to listen to some pop things, not a whole lot, but some. And it's definitely different than like when I was a kid listening to music. Like I had to listen to what my dad listened to or what my mom listened to, and they kind of defined my musical taste for a long time, long time. Some of my favorite artists were artists that they listened to. We are gonna need a button before we get locked out of our house. Um, but yeah, like let's make it a little lighter, and let's make a pressure plate. Like my mom listened to Mariah Carey and Shania Twain, lots of female artists, and so I listen to a lot of female artists now. Like even with the genres that I like female artists, and they're but she also listened to like George Michael. She listened to Boys to Men. She listened to um Heart. There's a lot of things that she listened to that, like now I listen. That's I'll listen to Mariah Carey. I don't care. And then my dad listened to classic rock, and then when my older sister was listening to her own kind of music, it was boy bands and bubblegum pop, and so I listened to that. So I kind of defined my musical taste based on what other people were listening to, and it wasn't bad. I enjoy that stuff, but it kind of did help in my in kind of how I look at listening to music now. Because listening to music now is there's just so much music, it's so good. Like people poop on music nowadays. Like that's like my least favorite thing to hear is they're like, well, these music nowadays, it's so bad, it's so unoriginal. I'm like, a lot of it was pretty unoriginal 20 years ago. They were still sampling it, they just got away with it a little better. Or they'll talk about like the lyrics and like the content. I'm like, bands back then were pretty dirty too. you know Kiss's Love Gun. Not about a gun. Norbert, you're still alive. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But there even like bands that or artists that you kind of cherish, like Bon Jovi, like Living on a Prayer. Like listen to the lyrics and then think in the gutter for like 5 seconds. That song is dirty. So like it's like my least favorite thing to have people kind of poop on new music. Like, it's not impressive. I don't dig on that. But yeah. Let's start digging. Let's make a good mine, and let's do it right here. Yeah, let's do it right here. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means my mine is going to be 5 wide, which is absurd. There's no reason to make a mine 5 wide, but I want to. It's my house, darn it. I will make it how I see fit. And I'm one of those weird people who decorate their mines. So, like, after I dig this out and I start getting the branches all defined, we're going to go back through and we're going to decorate this bad boy. And I'm excited. I am pumped. We are going to trade this for these so we don't get a butt ton of water coming through. A butt ton. So, Mr. Totoro Jamo, I assumed with a Mr. If I am incorrect in my assumption of your pronouns, please let me know. But, oh no, we have water. We have sprung a leak. So I've been thinking about starting a Discord for people who have started to follow me, and you know, if we ever get partner or affiliate or whatever it is, I would like to have a good solid community. You know, people that aren't jerks. So yeah, if you are not a jerk, you can let me know and we will talk. But I am kind of far away from affiliate, and it's not like, it's weird because I am not pushing hard for affiliate, but it's one of those things where if an opportunity is created where an affiliate marking or a affiliate makes sense, and I am near that or I have accomplished that as a goal, then I'm definitely going to push hard for it. I'm not out of a job. I'm currently, I'm working, so I just, I'm not looking to affiliate to make income at this point in time. So, I'm not hard pressed for it. I understand that this is a big grind and it takes a long time, so I'm not expecting immediate results anyway. But building a community and interacting with the community is something I really like to do. I would say I'm a pretty personable person. With personal person. And I do like to talk. And sometimes I talk over people, and I don't mind getting, called out for it. I make mistakes. I am fallible. I am human. And having a community to interact with, especially over video games and music and life, is always a lot of fun. So I've been thinking about starting a Discord, but I don't know when I should start it. I don't want to start it too early and be presumptuous. I don't want to start it too late and be kind of playing catch up. I just don't know when the right time is for that. I may, reserve some names for things just to have it, but I don't know if I should have it and promote it yet, because I haven't built a community of like-minded individuals. So I'm not sure what to do on that. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, because that would be fantastic. Also, I would like to stream each night this week. That is my plan. Except I think Wednesday. I think I have something to do Wednesday night. Um, I am part of an independent filming project that is still being funded, so we're still reading scripts and all that good stuff. So it's just we're still kind of grinding that as well, and if we can make our funding goals and get everyone cast, all the parts casted out, then we will have filming in the fall, which is really, really exciting. I'm so pumped. I get to play the bad guy, and I'm kind of always I'm not typecasted because I've only done like musicals and stuff, but I'm always kind of, because I'm a bigger guy, I'm always kind of put as the bad guy, or like the bad-ish guy, because I'm bigger, I can grow facial hair, I guess I have a grumpy face, so but I am so excited. I get to be kind of a jerk, kind of like the corporate guy who is all about the kind of bossing people around and things. Surprise. Surprise. Yes, surprise. But yeah, I'm really kind of excited. I know it was an emoji. It just the emoji like name is surprise. It's hilarious to me. Um, that it, I like puns. Pun humor is my favorite. Oh, I don't like bossing people around. I I I like playing characters. Shocker, I played a lot of D&D. Not a lot. Like, I'm not an expert, but I like to play in games, and um I like to create characters. That's like a lot of our games wouldn't go past character creation, and I really wouldn't mind for a long time, just because I loved making characters. Oh my gosh. Making characters is so much fun. I get to pretend for, and come up with a backstory. I get to think of a life that is not my own. Um, and like with this character, I'm taking a lot of influences from some kind of corporate-y bad guys. Um, like I love the way Hugo Weaving, the actor who plays Agent Smith in Neo, I love the cadence in his voice is beautiful, and how he talks to Neo. Um, it's almost it's almost cheesy, almost like it is so close to being too much, but it works so well, and I love it. Like that is my favorite thing, and I love it. um and also the way, if you ever watch the CW Flash shows, the guy who played Captain Cold, Wentworth Miller, the way he talked to people was beautiful as well. Like I love listening to um like their diction, the way that they speak, how crisp all the letters sound. And my tongue kind of gets really big in my mouth sometimes, and I don't speak very clearly, and so I it's something I strive to be able to do, is to speak and enunciate that well. And it doesn't, my diction is passable most days, and so with that character, I could really work on it as more as almost uh, uh, a criticism of myself that I can work on. So it's very I have great diction. Well, thank you. I do try. It is something that I practice at. I don't like talk in the mirror. I should. It's something. But when I was a kid, and this is like a slight flex, and I hate that like I start this story that way, but it puts it into context. I was tested, and they bear no relation to each other because speech and intellectual ability don't often relate. But I was tested for the gifted program in elementary school at the same day I was tested for speech. And they were right next door to each other. Like the gifted classroom was right next door to uh, to the speech room, and when you're a kid, you don't understand the importance of speech and speaking correctly and with great enunciation and making sure you get your letter blends right and things like that. So you don't always realize what is good for you and things like that. So I really tried hard not to be in speech, which again, intellectual ability and speech rarely have a connection. Um, it is, part of an IEP or an individualized education plan, but I I was tested for both at the same time, or not at the same time, the same day, and which was like a weird juxtaposition in my mind as a kid. Um, but anyway, like I probably should have went to speech. Like it was probably one of those things where I barely passed the requirements of being able to speak well enough and to uh but there's certain letter blends that still are tricky to me, like th sounds are so hard. They are so unbelievably hard for me. Like saying the word bath and then making that plural, baths, is so difficult for me. But it's something I realize and something I can, focus on and kind of put at the forefront of my mind a little bit. So I kind of anticipate if I say it 3 times fast. Bath, bath, bath. Oh, baths. Oh, Jesus. Baths, baths, baths. See, I feel like my tongue like hit my chin. I feel like that was ridiculous. um no, but like it's one of those things where I it wasn't bad at all. I thank you. I will take that compliment. I won't shut it down. I won't shut it down. Being able to take compliments is something that like I usually smile and like look down at the ground and be like, but no, it's your sis is a speech therapist. Oh, cool. Um, when I used to teach music, elementary music, so I would work with kids, and a lot of times I would work with the speech pathologist that was teaching, and she and I would talk a little bit, especially if there was a kiddo who had an interesting speech pattern, um, and that I'd noticed or that they're working on and things like that. And honestly, um, I didn't have to, like, me as a music teacher. Oh, you're a third grade teacher. That's awesome. I taught. I was in my 9th year of teaching when I stopped, and I didn't stop because I didn't like teaching. I stopped because, and I'm sure you can relate with this, the the stuff that goes on behind the scenes at the administrative level can really suck the joy out of teaching. And when you have an administrator that micromanages you, um, yeah, micromanages you, and you feel kind of boxed in. You feel like instead of getting the help you need and want, you're getting the work that they want to see you do. Um, it got to be beyond frustrating. I lost a lot of respect for the district that I taught in because there wasn't a good line of reporting for that. Like when you have a grievance, you're supposed to go with your building administration first. But if your grievance is with your building administration, you're supposed to go above their head to human resources. Well, whenever you have a conversation with human resources in our district, they sit literally on the same side of the table as the principal. So, and they're supposed to be an indifferent third party because they are the human resources officer for everybody, not just for the administration. So when they literally are on the same side of the table, it's very hard to feel like you have an objective, non-partial third party. Yeah, it doesn't sound fair, does it? And I got kind of tired of that, so I resigned. Middle of the year, and it wasn't fun. I miss it. I miss teaching all the time, and it was not a very good experience. I loved my kids. Like, the school I was at was pretty rough, title building, but those kids, I felt like I could. Yeah, well, and it was, in almost 9 years of teaching, this principal was my third principal. And I've had as many, if not more, assistant principals come through, because the way we do assistant principals is like, you get trial by fire, essentially. They put you in a low-scoring school to see if you can survive. And I thought that the school I was at was going to be the school I was at forever. It was my first teaching job, and I was like, I could retire here. Like this, once I got to know the kids and I got to be part of that community, I didn't want to let go. Didn't want to in the slightest. And I wanted to stay forever. I love those kids. I love teaching their younger siblings. I love interacting with their parents for years. Even if the parents didn't like me, and I had plenty of parents that didn't like me, which is completely fine. And I let them know that is fine. You don't have to like me. But I love each and every one of those kids, and I love each and every one of their parents. The fact that they are still there, still around, is amazing, because not a lot of kids get that, especially in a low-income school. And so even if the parents did not like me, I loved them to death. I would still have awkward, horrible conversations with them, and I would not mind in the slightest. It would not hurt my feelings if they badmouthed me or anything, because they're trying their hardest. That's their version of survival. Feeling intimidated by an authority figure, the authority figure being your child's teacher, can be very intimidating, especially if they view education as a form of authority, which a lot of lower income families do, especially immigrant families. They stress school so much to their children that, like, they're the ones who come to school every day. They're the ones who are there when they're feeling sick, because their parents know education is what gets you what you need. So anyway, so I left, and now I work for the state of Missouri. I am a social worker. So I still get to work with kids. I still get to work with a lot of the same clientele, actually. Funnily enough, I have seen students in the state building, former students in the state building, when I'm working. So it's I still get to serve kids in some way, which makes me feel good, makes me feel accomplished, makes me feel like a lot of, if what I'm doing is still meaningful. But I do miss teaching. That's what I like. I like making music with kids. I especially liked working with the littles, like kindergarten. I taught K through 6 for a while, and then our building went to K through 5. So, but yeah, teaching, like, favorite thing. I love teaching. I love talking to kids, and even if it's not like academic talking, like I for a lot of the kids, and especially the female kids, because the female students would get kind of attached, and some of it was like your typical kind of thing with that, which I always try to nip in the bud real fast, real early, um, just because it does not even take a lick of evidence um, to for a male elementary teacher to be fired. Like our school district does not throw a lot of support your way if you are suspected of anything. But just the suspicion would be enough to get me fired. But having said that, though, a lot of those kids would come to me with their problems, and you are kind of part counselor, part grief specialist, part pseudo uncle, part father figures, and so for a lot of those kiddos, having a meaningful and appropriate adult male interaction, male specifically, but just adult interaction was what they needed. And so being a music teacher and being as friendly as I am, being as talkative as I am, and like open and honest with them as I am, they would usually come to me for a lot of stuff. And I did a lot of after school groups that it's one of those things that happens. Most after school groups were populated by girls, and it's because there's that educational kind of stigma that music is a female oriented thing, even though like there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of male musicians. Oh, got a record. Yeah, and I am not above myself to say that being a guy did not get me my job. I very much can guarantee that me being a male music teacher was part of the reason I got hired at my gig, because of the school, because it's elementary, because it was a title building, because people still view the gender of the adult as how meaningful they are as a role model. And I get not everyone is going to have the same thought process as I do with that, because some people still have that in their mind. It's the same thing with anything else. My kids are girls, but they dig in the dirt playing with bugs, but they also like to dress up in pretty dresses. They like things that are gendered and catered towards them sometimes, but sometimes they don't, and that's all up to them. But not a lot of kids are raised like that, and I can't change that, so I can't change how they're going to view gendered relationships. So even platonic relationships, but yeah, let's see, I can count on one hand, maybe adding another finger, the amount of male educators that were in my building the entire time I was there. Let's see, including administrators, 2, 3, 5. Custodians, maybe add 2 or 3. I think having a good representation of all genders would be ideal. I think kids being able to say, oh yeah, I had a teacher that was such and such, or I had a teacher that was such and such before, not to make it to where it was out of the ordinary, especially like teachers of color. There was a big thing going around on Facebook recently about what grade were you when you first had your first black teacher, your first African American teacher. And a lot of people are like, not until I got to college, or not until I got into high school. I remember, gosh, I think it was when I was in 4th grade. We had she was kind of like, now she would be considered a para, but she was like the teacher's assistant in the gifted classroom, and she was really mean. She just, whenever she was teaching the day, we would all kind of groan because she didn't do as much fun stuff that we enjoyed in the gifted classroom, and it was really probably because she was the assistant. She didn't have the experience and things like that, which isn't any fault other than the fact of her life experience so far. And then I moved around a bunch, moved around to a lot of small town schools. So small towns, like my freshman year of high school, I lived in a town that had 350 people max. And there were 2 kids of color. They were brothers. And like I would hang out with them, and like we would go to on the weekends or over the summer, we would go into the grocery store that was in the square, because this town was small enough to have just a square, like a main street, like 1 or 2 intersections in the whole town. And we go to the grocery store there, and the clerk would follow us around. And I thought it was because we were teenage boys. And I even asked them about it. They're like, no, it's because we're black. And I was like, are you fucking like that drove me nuts. That drove me nuts. And I was so glad to get out of that small-mindedness of a town. But even when you get to a place that is seemingly bigger, there's still a lot of small town mindedness, especially in the Midwest. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of good things that happen from the Midwest. But unfortunately, when you don't have a lot of differing ideas around you, it's hard to open up your perspective. I think that's where larger communities benefit, especially, and kind of relating back to that, having good representation. I think having good representation in schools would help with that as well. Having a teacher who is a Pacific Islander, or from India, or any place, would give kids a frame of reference that they would not have had otherwise. But unfortunately, the way and it's not kids' fault, and sometimes it's not even the school's fault, because of how demographics are built from early education, and kind of how that's structured. So it's like they are the 6th or 7th cog in the machine of systematic racism and systematic oppression, but they aren't the first and only. There are many cogs to that machine that they are a part of. So there is definitely a lot of room for growth. Man, this stream got really deep. Like, I just realized, like, we just talked about racism, we talked about equal representation of gender, we just talked about a bunch of stuff, and this is like my 5th, 6th stream ever. But yeah, some deep talks. I like it. Like, I could chew on this stuff for hours, though. Like, I could seriously. Oh yeah, me too. Like, the game is fun to watch and to play, but just to toss ideas back and forth, it really, like, it tickles my brain bones. So good. I love it. It is actually like one of my favorite things to do. It's kind of one of the reasons why I really want to kind of get into streaming, is so I can kind of do that more. Yeah, brain bones. I know it was a fleeting thought. It was one of those things I thought. I was like, is this gonna stick? Is this gonna make sense? If not, oh well. But thank you for calling me out on it. It does work. But you know, I like that's kind of one of the reasons why I want to get into streaming a little bit, because a lot of the streamers I enjoy um, don't just sit there and rant about, you know, the game, or, you know, oh, cheaters and things like that, and, you know, like game specific things. Talking about game specific things is great. I don't want to trash that at all, but having like human conversations is where I'm at. That's what I dig. That is, yeah, like I love talking about Minecraft stuff. Like Minecraft stuff, like there's so many like theoreticals, there's so many, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could talk about with Minecraft, but we could also talk about other things too. We could talk about, you know, if someone had an existential crisis and how that's going to work with them, and how, you know, or we could talk about how to manage anxiety, because I suffer from GAD, general anxiety disorder. And it feeds my high blood pressure and stuff. And so I have like this vicious cycle that when my blood pressure's up, my anxiety goes up. And when my anxiety goes up, my blood pressure goes up. And so it's like this, I spiral out of control when one goes out of whack. It sometimes is a lot to manage. My wife is very patient with me with that kind of stuff. So, and it's definitely like a growing pain kind of thing too. You know, I'm not always the most patient back, and so, ooh, I thought that was my last pick, and I was gonna get really grumpy. Oh, and so it's, you know, there's so much stuff that we could talk about in streams and stuff. When my friends watching, we talk about what game he is playing sometimes, and I try to get him to play Minecraft because I feel like he would really dig it, but he just hasn't bit the bullet yet and bought it. But yeah, thank you though, Totorojimo, for hanging out. I definitely look forward to having you watch more, if you would be so inclined to enjoy my company while playing. Yeah. What's funny is, like, I totally wrote this game off when I first saw it. Like, back in 2011, I was watching people play it, and I was like, I don't know. This looks kind of basic. You know, and I was definitely being very... snooty about it. And I shouldn't have. Because I really like the game. It is a lot of fun, and there's so many ways you can play. Like, I'm not a power player. Like, I could be a power player. Yeah, like, there's so many different ways you can play the game. Like, I like to build. I love to build. On the Patreon server for another streamer, Nims TV, is actually, I know him in real life, and he's a really good Minecrafter, and he makes YouTube videos and all that stuff too. But I am on his Patreon server, and I am building kind of like a safe house at their nether spot, like the spawn hub for the nether portals, like on the nether side. I'm building kind of a safe house, but I'm making it like a scary cottage, like a cottage in a scary movie that you would probably die in. Like, that's the kind of aesthetic I went with it. So, and I've been really digging it. Like, so much so that I haven't even, like, I don't even have any diamond armor yet. I have like a couple of diamond picks, but that's about it. So it's been a lot of fun. A lot of the other players are like in full netherite and stuff like that, and so they give me a hard time, and they're flying around with their elytras, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna build stuff. Like, I'm making. You know what's funny is, like, they had a little glitch where the server kept switching to peaceful. It would go from hard to peaceful, and so I would take advantage of those times where it would go to peaceful, and I would just start building in the nether so there's no gas spawning. But they got it fixed. But I have a bow. I found and combined a pretty good bow set to to kind of fend off gas. It's got like power 5, infinity, uh, flame. So it's a pretty beefy bow, and I use that to kind of fend off gas for a while. I'm pretty good with the bow, and I've got a pretty good sharp ear, so I'm on the lookout all the time for them. And the way that they've redone gas now is that they only shoot you if they can see you, and if they only see you on their Y value of height, like their eyesight. Like you have to be in their eye line for them to see you. But after they see you, then it's on until they can't find you anymore. So that definitely helps. So I try to play the It was one of the changes that they made to gas in the Nether update. So I try to play the Y value of stuff a lot. And once I got to a certain point in building the Nether safe house, it got to be like there was enough walls and stuff that mobs couldn't see me. And I'm making it kind of spawn proof anyway, so piglins don't see me or don't spawn there, so I don't have to worry about that. Because I'm not wearing gold armor, and I'm not going to throw them gold to pacify them. I don't want to waste time doing that when I'm in the Nether. But yeah, I mean, if you go and I think it's his tier 2, they do give you stuff. And someone, one of the mods, one of the moderators is made a gold farm, so we can start doing that. So I can pretty much tell in the next few weeks someone will have made a trading hub for that. But if you want to play on it, like totally go over. It's Nims TV. You can go to his Patreon, and I think it's his $10 Patreon tier. Gives you access to the server. But yeah, he streams like every weekday for like 6 hours. Like that guy's a beast. Like from like 2 to 7 Central Standard Time, 2 to 8 Central Standard Time. He streams, Nims TV. He streams all the time. He is a very excitable person. So we are very different. So if you're looking for someone who talks to people like I do, Nims has opinions, and I've met him in real life and interacted with him, and so you just kind of have to know that that's Nims, and so he's kind of family, like my wife's cousin is his girlfriend, so we're kind of family, but yeah. But he's really he's good at Minecraft, and he likes the technical side, talks about efficiency and things like that. So it's nice to get some of that perspective, some in the game. So, and I don't mind some of the kookiness that comes out of that. So, but yeah, and then I think if you send a message to his Discord, oh, you followed him, good. If you send a message to his Discord, there is a Discord channel called Server Whitelist, and you just drop your username, your Minecraft username in there, and someone will whitelist you to the server soon, whenever they get on. There's people usually on during like most of the day. I don't want to advertise something that they don't do, but I think that is close. But yeah. Okay. I need to replenish some tools because I broke a lot of tools today. And we got to check on Norbert because he could be dead. Yeah. And when you're on there, I'm still Mr. Retro over there, so you can hang out with me while I'm playing there too. They even have voice channels where people hang out and we talk and stuff. So if you're into that, I'm going to make 2 shovels, but I'm not going to carry 2 more shovels. I'm just going to put 1 in there. There. Oof. Okay, let's go check on Norbert. Oh gosh, it's getting dark. I will. I'll catch you later. It's dark. Let me sleep. All right. Let's put you in there. Then we have to sleep. I was gonna say I got lost for a second in my own base, in my own little 1 room. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. There we go. Beetroot. 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 There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better. Let's put these over here. All right, let's go check on Norbert. Take our long voyage. He's still alive. Norbert. Norbert. Oh gosh, he's gonna shoot me. Oh, he shot from the back of his head. Oh gosh. Norbert. Can I get in this boat? Ha 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 ha. Oh, is he just gonna keep shooting me? Oof. Yes, Norbert. We gotta keep you over here. Keep you out of trouble, sir. Wait, can me? This is gonna be my screenshot. Norbert, you gotta smile. All right, that's gonna be my screenshot for the stream. Right there. Me in the boat with Norbert. How many arrows do you have, sir? For reals. All right, I'm popping out. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Gotta go back. Well, I'm on your head. You can't shoot me when I'm on your head. Ooh. You're trying, though. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that one's close. Oh, that one may get me. Is it going to get me? Oh, that is so close. Oh, goodness. No. Too far. Up here, man. Up here. Like right here. You've got too much of an arc on it. Right here. Oh, that may be it. That may be it. Oh, how did it move that far left? That's crazy. Okay, I'm hopping away from you. That was my butt, sir. You did not have permission. All right. Well, I am going to be done for the day, and you can check out this stream if in its entirety over at my YouTube channel, over at youtube.com/MMRRETRO, Mr. Retro. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Same tagline, MMRRETRO. That's 2 M's, 2 R's, ETRO, Mr. Retro. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.